Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Cham and Jim on Prion Terraces. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Jim. And in the top left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Cham. This is from the Round of 16 series from the DreamHack WCS 2016 Spring Championship that wrapped up a couple of weeks ago now. And yes, this is good PvZ. That was recommended by more than one person on the channel, so I figured I would go ahead and give it a cast and see what we are in store for. Alright, so PvZ here on Prion Terraces. Again, this is the map where everybody has gold at their natural. I believe it's the only time this has ever happened where there's a gold right at your natural. Very easy to take. The first thing everybody takes, no matter what. Hatch first here coming down. Throwing the gateway on the low ground here is Jim along with a pylon. Going to wall that off before, or I guess wall it off as best as possible before taking that expansion nexus. Can't argue with that logic at all, considering how aggressive a player like Cham can be in the past. So there's the hatch, there's the extractor. We'll see exactly what supply he has when he goes for that spawning pool, because it looks like he may be saving up a little bit, and yeah, he's going to be about 18 here. Going to move in the blow, tries to get the block. Jim almost got the block, couldn't quite pull it off. Hatch at 18 supply for Cham. Probe not throwing down any pylons, not doing anything to try to fake out the Zerg player, and just going to go home after checking for possibly a quick third, which is entirely within the realm of doability. Oh, here it is. Look, Cham trying to do this thing. Oh, no. It got spotted by Jim. Jim's like, I've had this happen to me before. It is a bad feeling, man. I hate it. When Zergs get 2 gold bases before I can get my natural up, not a great place at all. Then blocks it off, forces Cham to come take it right here instead. He'd rather have the gold, but excellent job by Jim making sure that is not the case. Cybernetics core on the way. Like I said, that second nexus also being warped in by our Protoss player. Speed being researched by Cham. We don't see that all the time, like instant speed. A lot of times Zergs will go for the Roach Ravager stuff, but considering the fact that Cham pulled the workers off the gas means we're going to try to hold it with some early speedlings. Any aggression that Jim throws across the map at him will be done. Will be handled again by their speedlings. No early lair, no early baling nest, no early roaches, just going to be speedlings and queens at this point as the first queen comes out. Another one just about finished here at the gold base. Makes sense to have one here first so you can spread that creep. But anyway, here comes an adept. And that's it. And speedlings against adepts do very, very well. I'm not worried at all about Cham, especially considering it's one adept. They usually do better in pairs. You know, groups of 4, groups of 6, groups of 8. 1 just doesn't really strike much fear into any Zerg player's heart. Great positioning here by the queen, getting some shots off very early. But good scout here by the adept. Sees no workers on the gas. That is, again, a huge tell. Says, all right, it looks like Cham is going to be macroing up really hard right now, which means I don't have to worry about any early attacks, but I should maybe try to slow that down. Here's what a Protoss player will be thinking. He scouts the Roach Warren. Ah, nicely done, but does actually finish it up and gets immediately killed. Doesn't kill a single worker. Doesn't kill a single wing, I don't think. Yeah, nothing lost at all for Cham to this point. That's a problem. Going to go ahead and take out this pylon too. Possibly just go for a quick 4th base, as I don't see Jim being super aggressive. I mean, yeah, there are gateways here. I don't see an early Stargate. I don't see an early orbital command. I don't see an early robotics facility. Woo! Woo! I've been casting too long, you guys. This is my 4th game in a row. Really got to slow this down sometimes. Lings. Like I said, Speedling is going to be the main worker of choice for Cham to this point. Yes, he has a Roach Warren now, but he's not going to go for Mass Roach or anything like that. Lings, making sure this is a full wall. The Adept left her post there, which means the Lings could have got inside for a real nice scout, but instead the Overlord has to do that. Gets a real nice scout anyway. Does see the Twilight Council getting a Resonating Glaives, increasing the attack speed of Adepts by 45%. Assimilator, so many workers on this gold. That is 43 to 40 Harvesters in favor of the Zerg player. No sign of an early 4th. I mean, yeah, that would be a real nice thing to have right now, but I just think that, yeah, that's a lot of adepts coming. Cham knows that Jim is likely going to be aggressive, likely going to try to punish him for the quick 3, so going a quick 4 is just pretty much asking for suicide. Double Stargate on the way for Jim. Got to keep an eye on that production tab, see what's coming up next. Roaches are ready to go. Roaches do so well against adepts. They do so well. They don't take that extra damage from the Adepts. There's the cancel, and a Ling Roach combination especially is very good. Adepts don't do well against Lings just because the Lings hit fast and hard. Roaches again trying to do this thing, trying to push on out. Are they getting speed at all? No, these are just straight up slow roaches. There's the cancel, but the lings, oh, the lings might get us around. The adepts have that. Oh no, it's on cooldown. Oh, there it is. It actually does manage to get out there, but still, I think these all might die before they can escape. Any of them get out of there? No! No, not a single adept escaped that death trap there. They did finish their transfer right on top of some speedlings, and that always hurts. That is always a problem. Lings trying to sneak on in here. Can they get inside? They could get inside the main. There's nothing holding that wall, but instead they decide to get some shots off, get a few of their workers and their friends killed there, and then head back home. Creep spread finally happening between the second base and the third base. Again, it's a very small gap, but it just helps for accessibility and movability for the queens to bounce back and forth. They're getting +1 air weapons and Phoenix on the way for Jim. Jim does like those Phoenix. Baneling Nest on the way here too. Not taking the gas at the third base or this base either. Really macroing hard. Still down 48 to 42 workers, mind you, but not doing anything super gas intensive to this point. Spending his money well. It's 111 to 86 total supply. I believe the Phoenix did get scouted. These adepts are deadzo. They are deadzo right now. Look at how many lings there are here. Absolutely tearing them apart. Another group of adepts massacred. Phoenix trying to kill roaches, but look how long it takes him to do it. Lings, oh man, getting a full surround, and there is a photon overcharge does come up here. Can Cham force a cancel on the third nexus? Are there enough lings? Are there enough roaches to do it? The Phoenix again trying to lift units one at a time. It's not going to be enough. There are too many lings, too many roaches, and this third nexus is absolutely going to get canceled. There's the cancel. Cham says, job well done. A lot of queens marching down here too, actually. Oh, transfuse on the roach, keeping it alive. This long queen march stuff, we've seen this on the channel more than once in the last week or so. Very interested to see how this is going to work out, because here we go. Banelings, lings, queens. That is a lot of queens. These Phoenix, I'm not sure if they can handle this number of queens. I think they could lift all of them. Oh, the lings get inside. That's not a full wall, but they don't like it. They don't like the photon overcharge. They don't like the number of adepts there. And the queens, can they get the mothership core? Holy shamoly, there it is. Phoenix come right on and kill one queen. Kill another queen. Yes, they're taking shots, but they're killing queens very quickly as well. Lings marching on in. Banelings crashing through. Trying to kill these adepts. Great split on the adepts, though. Not taking mass hits, splash damage from those banelings are these adepts, but they're still inside the base. Can Jim clean this thing out? I think he's going to be able to do it with the help of the Phoenix, who've been really very, very effective so far in this game. Resources lost tab 6,500 for Cham and 5,100 for Jim. Immediately taking that third nexus once again, once it is safe to do so, and counterattacking here. Some queens that left out in the open. That's a lot of dead queens there. A lot of dead queens. Lings, once again, they might be able to get another cancel on that third base. Cham is being so assertive right now, and I mean, this is a lot of dead adepts, you guys. This is so many dead adepts. This is like the third major group of adepts that lings have killed. Reinforcing lings, trying to come in and take care of these reinforcing adepts. Can't quite do it. They can't transfer out either, because the lings will force a cancel on this third base if they do. They delayed it, though. I think they delayed it long enough to where the ling count got low enough to where the third base is safe. More and more lings streaming across here. Not quite able to do something in twos and twos. A couple probes died. Maybe they should check up there to see if there's a nexus on that location. Picking up the banelings and killing the morphing banelings. Nicely done. Jim making these Phoenix work. Really going Phoenix Adept. And yeah, the Adepts have kind of been giant busts, but this mass Phoenix play doing super well. Cham is refusing to go Spire. Are you refusing to go Spire, Cham? Is that what we're seeing here? Yeah, single. Again, single Spore Crawler, single Spore Crawler. Oh, man, I don't feel good for your workers, man. This is going to be a lot of Phoenix right on top. Yes, the queens are here. Yes, there's a Spore Crawler here. Not doing anything, though. Transfuses, keeping them alive. All right, so that base is protected, but this base, nothing. Absolutely nothing. No Spore Crawlers, no queens, no nothing over here. Lings, once again, trying to get through. Good force fields. Oh, the sentry dies. One of the sentries dies. There aren't enough lings to actually break through it, though. Phoenix being chased around by these queens that are so darn slow. It's the juke. The juke back. He can't quite decide if he wants to go in there or not. Decides actually to pull out and try to kill some of these drones, because, again, there's nothing protecting these guys. Transferring drones. Yep. 12, 13, 14 drones killed to this mass Phoenix play. Still, Cham is not going for Spire. Not doing it. Going all this mass queen stuff, which I mean, I don't know. It's working okay, but it's 42 to 55 harvesters right now. 15 workers have been killed by these Phoenix alone. Phoenix alone. Like, it's not even the Adepts that are doing this to him. Queens, small group of Queens left behind. Still no Spore Crawlers here. One Spore Crawler here. One Spore Crawler here. One Spore Crawler there. This could definitely come back to haunt him. It's 101 to 119. Total supply. Lings holding the Zelnaga Watchtower, just trying to see what they can see around that general area. Lings, Banelings. Maybe try to Baneling crash in here with a couple Banelings. How many? 5. 5 does seem better. Phoenix, every time they come near, the Queens are doing a good job just setting up a perimeter. Can't necessarily argue with that, but I'm just not sure if it's enough to kill them, as they are fast. Again, another group of drones dying. No spores here at all. Couple more drones just absolutely getting massacred. Flying back on through, killing this Queen, left all by her lonesome. And the Banelings get in. They do crash in. The Sentry. Sentry dies too. Oh, 17 probes killed in that. What? 17 probes killed. A lot of dead stuff over here, though. 13 drones killed. It is 41 to 38. Cham has the lead. He basically shut down this third base, but Jim's continued harassment has really hurt the ability of the Zerg player to macro up to where he wants to be. Ravager's coming up. Roach is coming up here too. I just don't know if it's enough. Hydras, like a big old mass ball of Hydra, seems like it would be good. Transfuse keeping that Ravager egg alive. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen Transfuse on an egg. Adepts trying to do this thing, and they do. The Adepts Sonic Transfer right inside. Those Roaches will make quick work of them, though. Transfuse keeping the Queens alive. Queens trying to kill Phoenix. Crocobile trying to kill them too. Not really working, though. Look at these Phoenix go! Woo! Using their Graviton Beam to clear out that Queen Cloud. Bam! How many Queens are left on the field right now? There is 2. 2! These guys trying to do a counterattack. They don't have speed or anything, which is a bit of an issue. And here we come it again. Giant Phoenix Ball, yo. No, they're not good against Roaches, but when you have this many of them, when you have 22 Phoenix, they're pretty good. I'm going to argue that they are just fine. Yeah, I mean, Cham hasn't really been able to get a good cohesive attack on this third base since he forced the cancel when it was first being constructed. Great force field placement here. The sentries doing what they are paid to do. Lings coming through. I almost think like a mass Ling play would be the best bet here, just because Phoenix, it's not cost efficient to use the Graviton Beam on Lings. And as we can see, this Ling continuing to stream by. A lot of dead Adepts. So many dead Adepts in this game. Oh, on top of the sentries, 2 of the sentries are not good at fighting directly against Lings. They're good at force fielding them, and actually does manage to survive, only losing a couple of the sentries there. Still 2 remaining. A couple more warp in. Lings checking to make sure there's not a 4th base here. I feel like Jim would like to take a 4th base, but it's hard to secure it with a mass Phoenix Cloud here. 22. Again, I don't know why he's not just laying waste to every one of these mineral lines. Like, yeah, there's a single spore here, but so what? Losing a Phoenix is not going to kill you, man. 2 spores over here. All right, here we go. 2 spores. This is where Cham wants to throw his defensive, his defensive presence. Ling, 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 ling. So many sentries. Maybe this mass Ling thing isn't going to work out after all. This is a lot of gas. A lot of gas right here. How much are sentries for gas? 100 gas each on these guys. Phoenix continuing to lay waste to the mineral lines. Cham taking that base there to Lings with +0 through attack. Or +0 on the attack and the Carapace. +1 melee attack is going to finish eventually at some point. Very soon, actually. All right, so at this point, what Cham has going for him, despite the fact that he is behind by 6,000 resources lost, is that this 4th base has not been able to be taken by Jim whatsoever. He's done a great job with this, actually keeping the Protoss player kind of pinned inside 3 bases. Yes, the Phoenix are really good for this harassing stuff and killing Queens and things, but it's difficult if you're trying to establish a 4th to do this with mass Phoenix. All right, so can he break in? Can he do this thing? Because the Phoenix are absolutely killing his worker count, destroying it. This is so many sentries. 18 drones killed, killing all of the Overlords. Found the Great Overlord hunting grounds is what he did. Supply blocking Cham in an absolutely insane way. Yeah, all your Queens, we don't care about you. No upgrades on these Queens either is a big time problem for Cham. Every single one of the queens going to die. I really wish I could see a queen death count because I feel like it's 40. I feel like it is such a high number. Yeah, there's a single spore crawler here. So what? Kill all them drones. Kill them. Do it. Oh, they're trying to come down this ramp. And some of you might actually survive, depending on how paying attention these Phoenix are. Are they out of Graviton Beam? They might be out of Graviton Beam, which is surprising considering how many Phoenix there are. Anyway, right now it is 17 to 40 total workers here. Guardian Shield coming up, which makes no sense. None of these things have a ranged attack. Oh, great force fields. Oh, fantastic force fields. All the banelings are completely dead. Lings coming in. The sentries are gone. That's a problem. That is a big time problem here. Lings laying waste to this base, which is all that Jim has right now. Some adepts do manage to come in. Banelings doing some getting rid of those adepts. So no, don't attack probes. Oh, losing them to a probe, baneling there too. Okay, so it is now 17 to 14 harvesters. All right, this is nuts. This is absolutely insane. This base by Cham is what's going to keep him alive because Jim doesn't know it's there. Jim has no idea that exists. He's heading that way though. Oh no, did I give it away? Oh, Jim. Jim finds it. Jim finds the secret hatch, but Ling's absolutely putting those probes in the garbage. Same thing that Jim's doing up here, throwing these guys into the trash. 33 probes killed in the last little bit. More sentries getting morphed in here too, but I don't. Cham, whoa! Cham calls the good game well played. Cham is defeated and Jim is victorious. Woohoo! What an absolutely impressive maneuver there from Jim. He made Mass Phoenix work. Those adepts did nothing. So many adepts died before even getting over to the Zerg half of the base. Yeah, they were good for base defense. Like down here, they did get quite a few kills, but more than often than not, they just sort of died when the Lings and the Banelings and the Roaches showed up. I still think Cham needed to go Corruptor. Needed to get some Infestors there too. A large group of Hydras might have been useful at the same time, but instead went Mass Queen, and I would have thought that would have worked fairly well, but for whatever reason, that was just, I mean, that is the most Queen deaths I've ever seen in one entire game in my life. So well done by Jim, making the Mass Phoenix work. Cham couldn't quite figure it out. He dropped the game, and that's too bad for him, but Protoss gets the win today. So that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.